Majo John Madden broadcasting once again from El Diamante in Veracruz State. Martinez is Veracruz State también. Martinez is a town 40 minutes drive from here, but 2 hours by bus. And I just spent 2 days there. And it feels like a week. And these two worlds could not be much different. Now, all my friends here are really the people around O'Reilly restaurant. There's the sun setting over there, setting up quite a ruckus in my iPhone. From my naked eye, it's just a little orange ball going down, but it's just igniting the sky on the iPhone. So this is a town of 400 people and some number of dogs, 2 of whom have gotten very tight with me and gave me a hero's welcome. The people gave me a much more subdued welcome, although Elia from one of Aureli's son's wife called me last night on WhatsApp because my phone still isn't working. Called me on WhatsApp because apparently the servers who I told yesterday morning when I was leaving that I was going to Martinez must not have told anybody else, because Elia, after trying to reach me various other ways, did reach me with a live call on WhatsApp, which is very popular in Mexico and allows you to make free calls even if you don't have phone service, which I don't right now. I do have phone service, but my phone that has the phone service. Buenas tardes, señor. So what's different about Martinez is you see people that you don't see every day. In this little town, I hardly see anybody. I've been here 3 weeks now. Pretty much I don't see anybody who I don't see almost every day. And Martinez, I'll look it up. The population must be like 20,000, 30,000, I don't know. Maybe I'll bet no more than that. But compared with this little pueblo here, which has one street, and the big excitement is for me is trying to diagnose what's going on with the engines of the different trucks that go by. Why is this one making that sound? The little mechanic in me thinks it can identify. They do make a hell of a lot of ruckus because they have to slow down for the speed bumps, and then they pick up speed after the speed bumps. And part of the reason I slept so soundly yesterday in my not really great motel room, which the air conditioning didn't work, was because I live in my camper van, which is under that second big shed up there. And when these big trucks go by, they go by about 20 feet from where I'm sleeping, and they sound like they're going to come right through my bed, especially double trucks. You do not see double trucks in the U.S. because I think it's illegal to pull that much weight. So these trucks, when they're going up that hill, they're just starting to accelerate, and they sound like they're going to come right through my camper van. And somehow I've learned to sleep through it. But yesterday, I fell asleep at 5 o'clock and slept until 2 in the morning like a rock. I could not move. I think I didn't roll over in bed because I did not have trucks like these rolling 20 feet away from me. I'm going to try to negotiate a deal where, here's my other dog friend. Try to negotiate a deal where during the time that the mechanic is not working on my car, if he could possibly pull it down here, and there's the hotel is next door there. I don't know if we're getting a view of the hotel over my shoulder, but there's a carport that runs through the hotel, and couple family members park in back. I would love to park behind the hotel. Now, I swear this dog is getting more frisky since I've been paying attention to him. He used to be a lazy compound dog, just sleeping. And he's gotten a lot more frisky. He even will like almost chase motorcycles some of the time. And I think that's because he's coming to life. Because nobody pays attention to street dogs in Mexico and in this little hamlet. So I would sing for them the song if it would make any sense to Mexicans, which it would not. How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm after they've seen Martinez? I mean, I have to try to explain World War II, boys coming home from the war, and they've seen Paris. How are they gonna go back on the farm? That's a little what I'm feeling like. If it wasn't for the trucks, there would be no action at all in El Diamante. And I was videotaping everything coming back because some pretty traumatic things happened to me just before my car broke down a couple miles north of here during the 2 days before that. And they were all along the route from Martinez. And surprisingly, when I went by the big Pemex station, which was one of the big sites for me, where I had spent the night before I ended up broken down up here, when I got it on video. The Pemex station, Luis, I got to know the property manager. He ran the Pemex station and the OXXO store and the whole deal. And he and I became buddies. And I got a bunch of videos that night when I was there. But the last video I've seen does not detail that I did not sleep that night, because big trucks were rolling in and out of that Pemex station all night, and I didn't sleep. And that set the stage for some pretty horrific things that happened the next day, which I have not talked to anybody about. I've put I captured a lot of the day, 7 videos, real time, journalist type, on the scene, documenting what happened, where my favorite dog of all time went away in ways I haven't told anybody. I did a final summary video several days later from this town called, and that dog was Magic. His name was Magic, and he was a magical dog. I did a 9-minute video called An Idiot's Guide to Magic. And basically it says, here's the overview of how the 2 months in advance set the stage. And if you want to watch the 9 videos from Monday the 11th, when my new dog Bear went away, and then watch the 7 or 8 videos from the 14th and 15th when Magic went away, I'd be willing to have a conversation with you, because you would be, conceivably would be able to understand it, although you won't, because you're not me. That's really what I said in that video. So nobody's going to watch all those videos, so nobody's going to attempt to have a conversation with me, and it's my preference at this point, because it was too awful. And it's a secret here. I haven't even mentioned it here. I have not even mentioned it to any of the Israeli family. And on the way here, I was considering mentioning it. But it's something that you can't just mention, because it's one of the most awful things that's happened to me. Basically, the dog I love most in my whole life going away. And so I'm going to cry now, but off camera, because it's 10 minutes, that's why.